Jayam Vishnu Pada Paramahansa Parivarikacharya Stotra Sata Sri Sri Madhusvaj. His Divine Graces Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Vidviti Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnu Pada Paramahansa Parivrajacharya Stotra Sata Sri Sri Mad Bhakti Siddhanta Sarasvat Thakur Maharaj Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Radha Rasa Bihari Ji Ki Jai. Jai Shri Sitaram Lakshman Man Ki Jai. Jai Shri Shri Gauranitai Ki Jai. Jai Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Shri Shri Guru Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Then next Friday will be Gaura Purnima. It's our most dear festival, full of happiness, Gaura Purnima. And then the idea is today we can read from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. Just in the beginning of the book, the beginning of the book is called the Mangalacharana. And then Krishnadas Goswami. Hare Krishna, Jai Jai. He comments about the subject of the book and then offer prayers. This is Mangalacharana. And then we read the first verses. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Then you can repeat the verse. Vande Gurum Vishabhaktam Isham Vishavatarakam Tat Prakasham Tat Shaktir Krishna Chaitanya Sangyakam Vande Gurum Vishabhaktam Isham Vishavatarakam Tat Prakasham Tat Shakti Krishna Chaitanya Sangyakam Vande Gurum Vishabhaktam Isham Vishavatarakaṁ Tat Prakasham Tatakshati Krishna Chaitanya Sangyakam. Guru Vishnabhaktam. Isham Vishavatarakaṁ Vishnabhaktam. One day, I offer respectful obeisances, Guru, and the spiritual masters, Isha Bhaktan, unto the devotees of the Supreme Lord, Isham, unto the Supreme Lord, Isha Avatarakam, unto the incarnations of the Supreme Lord, Tat, of the Supreme Lord, Prakasha, unto the manifestations, Cha, and Tat, of the Supreme Lord, Shakti, unto the potencies, Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sangyakam, named. Translation. I offer my respectful obeisance unto the spiritual masters, the devotee of the Lord's incarnations, his plenary persons, his energies, and the prime of our Lord himself is Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Here, I offer my respectful obeisance. This I is Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami. But every devotee also offers the prayers to these divine personalities. Here is interesting, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, he says, Guru is in the plural. There's more than one guru. This is explained here in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. The devotee has one Diksha Guru, but he can have many Shiksha Gurus, many spiritual masters that can instruct one devotee like this. And then this word is in plural. And then here, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami is addressing the Panchatattva. That verse says, Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhakta Rupa Swarupakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. And then Bhakta Rupa is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu acting as a devotee. Bhakta Rupa. Bhakta Swarupa. Swarupa means the essence. Is Nityananda Prabhu. And then Bhakta Avataram is Sri Advaita Prabhu. Bhakti Shakti in the Panchatattvas, Gadadhara Pandita. But there are, the explanation is the several devotees also are in this category. For example, Swarupa Damodara Goswami, Ramananda Roy is in the same category of Bhakta Shakti. And then Bhakta itself is headed by Srivasa Pandit. But Gaura Bhakta Vrinda, all the devotees who follow Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is included in this Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. And then this Gaura Lila is going on. This Gaura Bhakta Vrinda is increasing more and more. Like this. In the beginning, there was just some devotees who, when they started the Sankirtana movement in Navadvip, in the house of Srivasa Thakur. Let's see the next verse. Someone is controlling. Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityanando Sahodito Godadoye Pushpavanto Chitro Shando Tamonudo Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda Sahodito Gaudodhaye Pushpavanto Chitro Shando Tamonudo. Let's see the words. Vande. I offer respectful obeisances. Sri Krishna Chaitanya. To Lord Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Nityananda. And to Lord Nityananda. Saha Udito. Simultaneously arising. Gauda Udaye. On the eastern horizon of Gauda. Pushpavanto. The sun and moon together. Chitro. Wonderful. Shando. Bestowing benediction. Tama nudo. Dissipating darkness. Translation. I offer my respectful obeisance to Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Lord Nityananda, who are like the sun and moon. They have arisen simultaneously on the horizon of Gauda to dissipate the darkness of ignorance and thus wonderfully bestow benediction upon all. We can see that this verse, this is a grammar, Sanskrit grammar, this termination, O. Yeah? Vande Sri Krishna Chaitanya Nityananda. It means dual. Yeah. Refers to the Chaitanya and Nityananda. Yeah. And then, interesting, I came to the dictionary to see this word, Pushpavanto. Yeah. Pushpavanto, because Pushpa means flower. Yeah. But it is yeah. Patram Pushpam, Phalam Toyam. Yeah. Pushpa is flower. Yeah. And then here's Pushpavanto, is sun and moon. But I went to dictionary to see, it's really this translation. When this dual, Pushpavat, okay, like a flower, but dual, Pushpavanto, and then refers to sun and moon. And then this is the analogy of the Chaitanya and Nityananda. Yeah. Chaitanya and Nityananda is like two brothers. Yeah. You can remember the meeting of Chaitanya and Nityananda. Yeah. Nityananda, he left his house very early. He was like one boy. Yeah. And never come back. And then he was traveling, visiting the holy places around the India, and becoming one renunciant, one avaduta. And then Nityananda was in Vrindavana, meditating. In Vrindavana there's a place is called Nityananda Vat, where is one tree where Nityananda used to go and meditating. And then in meditation they said, I want to meet Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I don't know where he is, but I will meet him. And then he had the inspiration to go to Navadvip. He left from Vrindavana, he went to Navadvip. And then Nityananda was in Navadvip. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he said, oh, a great personality arrived in this city. And then he told the devotees, please go and find this personality. I want to meet him. But which personality? No, go and see, you discover. And the devotees went house by house. There's someone who just arrived here in our town like this and didn't find any. And then he came back to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, we couldn't find anybody like this. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, I know where he is. And then he come with me. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went straight to the house of Nandanam Acharya. And Nityananda was there. And then there was this meeting. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu was something very special. And then from this day, they were together like two brothers, Gauranitai. Yeah? Because we worship Gauranitai. Because Nityananda Prabhu is revealing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is revealing Radha Krishna. We need this too, because that we worship Gauranitai. Worship Gauranitai. Nityananda is the most merciful personality. He is giving to us Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He was participating in the Leela together with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed Radha Krishna, the relationship between Radha and Krishna through Prema Bhakti. And then there's another verse. And then there's 4 big verses. These verses we are going to see, they were composed by direct associated of Lord Chaitanya. It's not that in one composition that if many years after someone composed one nice verse glorifying Chaitanya. No, they were like present. And then Swarupa Damodara Goswami, Rupa Goswami, Ramananda Rai. These devotees, they were witness. They could see Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu revealed his transcendental nature to them. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was a big scholar. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave him the mercy and revealed the Shadbhuj form. 2 arms is like an arrow, like Lord Rama, and then playing the flute, Lord Krishna, and then as a sannyasi, Lord Chaitanya. And then this is a very, because I say, we can say one thing. I think there is no one in this world who had one biography so complete as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because till the age of 20 years old, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was performing, he had the Kumara phase of life, adolescence and then youth. And then his phase, academic phase. But there is one devotee who were friend of Chaitanya since the boyhood. Is Murari Gupta. And then he was witness the leelas of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in this age, as a boy, like this. And then he wrote the biography of the first years of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he was initiated by Ishvara Puri, because he went to the temple of Vishnupada in Gaya to perform Pinda, ceremony for the passing of his father, Jagannatha Mishra. And then he met Ishvara Puri there and asked for initiation. After he took initiation for Ishvara Puri, his life changed completely. He enters in this divine lila like this. And then he came back to Navadvip. He said, I cannot teach anymore because I'm thinking and Radha Krishna like this. And then the devotees, the Vaishnavas of Navadvip, headed by Advaita Acharya, they saw this transformation of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, Chaitanya, in this time is not Chaitanya. This time he was called the Nimai Pandit. Actually, his birth name is Vishvamrita. Vishvamrita. But his nickname is Nimai. Nimai. Or Gauranga. Because he was a big academic, big scholar. Very early in his life, he was so intelligent. When he met that Keshava Kashmir, the biggest scholars in India, came to Navadvip, and then he challenged all the scholars of Navadvip. I want to debate with you. No one came. And then he was walking on the banks of Ganga. And then Nimai Pandita was teaching his students. And then they have this meeting. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very respectful to Keshava Kashmir. And then Keshava Kashmir said, "Oh, I hear about you. I heard about you. You should be Nimai Pandit." Yes, I'm Nimai Pandit. Like this. Very humble. Very humble. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Keshava Kashmir, "Please, you can recite some poetry glorifying Mother Ganga." And then Keshava Kashmir started reciting, he started composing verses and verses and verses, composing 100 verses. It's some superhuman. No one is able to do such thing. And then everybody was like, "Oh, amazing." And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, "Oh, it's something extraordinary." And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, "I have a doubt. One verse like this, I have some doubts." And then he recited the verses. And then Keshava Kashmir became surprised. "Why you memorize these verses in the middle of so many verses like this?" And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nimai Pandita, he said like this, "Oh, I have a power. What I hear, I memorize." Look, Keshava Kashmir became, what is that? Yeah, but what about this verse? Nimai Pandit said, I find some faults in this verse. Faults. And then Keshava Kashmir repeated the verse like this. Which fault do you find here? Nimai Pandit said, I say, not only one, but 5. What? I think these verses are correct. And then Keshava Kashmir, he challenged Nimai Pandit. He challenged. Yes? And then you have to show which faults is. And Nimai Pandit showed one by one, gave so technical explanation. Everything is in Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And then Keshava Kashmir became like this. Wow. He came back to his room, he could not sleep, and he was crying like this. "Oh, Mother Sarasvati, you abandoned me." What? And then he falls asleep. And then Mother Sarasvati appears in the dream. He told, "Don't worry. This person who defeats you is not one ordinary human being. He has divine nature. And this pacified Keshava Kashmir. And then is one thing that is commented in the biography, that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very respectful to Keshava Kashmir. Why? Because Keshava Kashmir was a Vaishnava. Because if it was a Mayavadi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very cruel to this Mayavads. But he was respected. Actually, Keshava Kashmir is one of the spiritual masters in Nimbarka line, in Nimbarka Sampradaya, like this. And then this was academic affairs of Chaitanya. As I mentioned, there is hardly we can find someone in this world that his life is so thoroughly described in biography as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Because when he was like 21 years old, he met the Vaishnavas and became close to these Vaishnavas. And he started the Sankirtana movement in the house of Shrivas Pandita. And then what is called niece, of Shrivas Pandita, Narayani, a niece. She was present. She was a girl, but she was present and saw all this Leela in the house of Shrivas Pandit. And then, latterly, she could describe everything to his son, Vrindavan Das Thakur, who wrote this one wonderful biographies called the Chaitanya Bhagavat. And then all the details are there, described. And then when Nimai Pandit, now he's not Nimai Pandit, he's Gauranga. He's Lord Gauranga. For the Vaishnavas, Lord Gauranga. And then Lord Gauranga, he got the age of 24 years. First he got married with the Lakshmi Priya, and then he was a Grihastha. And then when he was Grihastha, he went to do one tour in East Bengal, nowadays Bangladesh. Tour because he became very famous when he defeated Keshava Kashmir. And then he went to give lectures. And then he was Grihastha and said, I need to collect some money like this to maintenance. And then he knows that he would get so much money and gifts. And then he went to Bangladesh and he was preaching there. When he came back to Navadvip, he came to know that Lakshmi Priya was passed away. And then his mother Sachi Devi, becomes very disturbed because the older brother of Gauranga had left the house. Vishvarupa took sannyasi and left the house. And then Mother Sachi says, this cannot happen to my dear son Gauranga. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu took another entered to the Grihastha life, and he married Vishnu Priya. And then when Lord Gauranga was 24 years old, he resolved, I will take sannyas. I will take sannyas. I want to take sannyas now, just now. He didn't talk to anybody, only 3 devotees, Nityananda, Mukundadatta, and Chandrasekharacharya was with him. Where I can take sannyas now? There's some sannyasi here in this area that can give sannyas for me. And they said, oh, Vaishnava sannyasi, you cannot find here. There's one sannyasi called Keshava Bharati in the city of Katha. He's a good man. He's very humble. He's a sannyasi of Shankaracharya Sampradaya. He's a Mayavadi. But he's a very nice person like this, very advanced. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, let's go there. They came into Katha, and they found Keshava Bharati. Oh, I want to take sannyas. And Keshava Bharati, they said, but you are Vaishnava. I'm not a Vaishnava. How can I give sannyas to you? And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, oh, I will give you the mantra, and you give it to me. And then spread the mantra in the ear of Keshava Bharati. Give me this mantra, and then give me sannyas. And then Keshava Bharati, he did like that. And then gave the name of sannyasi to Gauranga, Lord Gauranga. And Keshava Bharati was very nice. He was we can see that he was very advanced. And then because you are Vaishnava, I'm not going to give you a name, some such thing, Ananda Bharati. Normally would be like this. But you are Vaishnava, I will give this name to you, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. And then now started the life of Sri Krishna Chaitanya at this point. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, there's so many history. He came to the house of Advaita Acharya, there's big festivals. And then devotees from Navadvip came to Shantipur. And then his mother was desperate. I will lose my only son, reason of my life, and cry and cry. And then he put guilt in Advaita Acharya. You made this. You convinced my son to take sannyas. And I didn't do this. Like this. And then there's some intense feelings like this. But finally, Chaitanya, now Sri Krishna Chaitanya approached his mother. He said, my mother, this body belongs to you. You will say where I can stay the rest of my life in order to have contact to you. And then they say that, best place is Jagannath Puri. Because many devotees from Navadvip used to come to Jagannath Puri in the Rath Yatra festival. And then they could bring news from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri. He more 3 devotees with him. Nityananda Prabhu, Mukunda Datta, the third one, Damodara Pandit. Yes? Damodara Pandit came together with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to Jagannath Puri. In Jagannath Puri, they have that lila with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Anyway, the point is that when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to Jagannath Puri, after a short time, he said, I will go to travel India. I go to South India. And the devotee became like, ooh, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you leave from us. And I, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I will come back. Don't worry, I will come back. And then why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went to this trip? 2 reasons. First, to spread the Mahamantra Hare Krishna. And second reason, to try to meet his old brother, Vishvarupa. And then he went to all the places. Do you know Vishvarupa Maharaj? You know Vishvarupa? Oh, he came here and few years ago like this, but he left. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is searching his brother. And then he went to the South Indian till Kanyakumari, and then started walking on the west coast. When we came in South India, in Kerala, there's a temple, Adikeshava. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he found this book, Brahma Samhita, the 5th chapter of Brahma Samhita in Adikeshava temple. He said, oh, this is very valuable. This is precious. He took note. And then he got this book. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. And then he proceeded towards the north. When he came to Pandharpur, Lord Vitaladev. In Pandharpur, he came to know that his brother Vishvarupa had passed away. In Pandharpur, he got one book, Bilva Mangalas, Krishna Karnamrita. Bilva Mangalas Thakur book, poetry, but describe the relation to Radha Krishna very nicely. And then from this point, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, oh, I go back to Jagannath Puri. And then he came to Jagannath Puri. On the way in this trip, he met Ramananda Roy. Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya told him that there is the governor, one state in South India, in Godavari River area, is a very advanced Krishna Bhakta. You should to meet him. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu met Ramananda Roy. He had that conversation. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came back to Jagannath Puri, but few weeks he said, oh, I will go to Vrindavan. They both said, oh, we are lost. Lose Chaitanya again. And he had the first attempt to go to Vrindavan. He came to Bengal. In Bengal, he met. It is a arrangement. It is a Krishna Lila scene. Krishna making the arrangement. He met Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami. Rupa Goswami becomes the head of his disciples. Because the Rupa Goswami, we are called the Rupa Nugas, the followers of Rupa Goswami. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to go to Vrindavan, but big crowd was following him. And then he was they say to Chaitanya, oh, please don't go with it. So many people with you. You have to go alone. And then he came back to Jagannath Puri. And then after that he went to Vrindavan through the Jarikanda forest. Another way, through the forest with wild animals like this. But he was chanting Mahamantra Hare Krishna, and then there's the Brahmana who is accompanying Chaitanya was completely, because the tigers come close like that. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu pacify everybody. It not happen. And then he came back to Jagannath Puri and they stayed for 18 years. 18 years in Jagannath Puri. In Jagannath Puri, most of the time he was in inner consciousness, Krishna consciousness, in ecstasy of Prema Bhakti, in ecstasy. But he had these devotees with him day and night. Govinda Das was his personal servant. Swarupa Damodara was his secretary. Ramananda Rai was always with Chaitanya. Haridas Thakur. Rupa Goswami came several times to Jagannath Puri. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, oh, your brother, your nephew, Rupa Sanatana, and Jiva Goswami, you go to Vrindavan. He said to Gopal Bhatta. Gopal Bhatta came from South India. You go to Vrindavan. And then go Rupa Sanatana, Jiva, Gopal Bhatta, and then Raghunatha Bhattacharya, Raghunatha Das. Raghunatha Das is example of renunciation, because he is very rich, from very rich family, and he becomes the most severe renunciant, like this. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, you go to Vrindavan. Raghunatha Bhatta, he used to live in Varanasi, Kashi. And then the son of Tapana Mishra, Raghunatha Bhatta. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you go to Vrindavan, the 6 Goswami of Vrindavan. In this way, we can have this information, see Chaitanya Charitamrita, because Krishna Das Kaviraj, he got the information from these devotees, Swarupa Damodara Goswami, Raghunatha Dasa Goswami, because they were living with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu day and night. And then we have this biography of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As Srila Prabhupada said, Bhagavad Gita is the regular book. Srimad Bhagavatam is more advanced, and Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita is the essence of all this knowledge, the essence. And then, a part of that, the knowledge, the essence of Srimad Bhagavatam is here. But we have also Gaura Lila for inspiration of all devotees. This is our inspiration. And then the more we hear about the Gaura Lila, the more we become inspired. And then this week that we enter now, we have to meditate in Gaura Lila, to have in next Friday big commemoration, big celebration of Gaura Purnima. Gaura Purnima. In 1978, I came to Vrindavan, in Mayapur. There was a eclipse. Eclipse, lunar. Somewhat like 9 o'clock in the evening. And everybody went to the Ganga for snana. It was very special like this. In the very day, Gaura Purnima day. The same as when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared. Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki, Sri Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami ki, Nitai Gaura Premanandi. Jai, thank you very much. Someone wants to say something, some comment or some? Okay, Gaura Purnima. Hare Bol.